It's time for our daily dose of Cope, and we have Eli Trunkston filling in at the news anchor's desk for the Leopards News Network. We have a serious anchor for serious times. Let's go ahead and jump right into some of these stories. This story keeps happening to the point where y'all might think that I am recycling stories, but I am not. We have another spicy Mayo woman. Cuban-American woman won the visa lottery, then voted for Trump. Now her son is in ICE detention and she has the feels. I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote. So I went to the Instagram post and the interview is in Spanish, but basically this woman says that she feels very betrayed because I never thought he'd do this to me, and I voted for him and he did this to me. He's taken away my son. Her son was arrested by ICE. He spent a couple of months in ICE detention and now he's about to get deported back to Cuba. I went and found the article from Cyber Cuba. Cuban with 20 years in the U.S. faces deportation. His mama voted for Trump, and now his mama is crying that she feels betrayed by Trump. His mother, who voted for Trump, feels betrayed. His children are asking the government to give him another chance. Mercedes Capaz, a Cuban and American citizen, voted for Trump believing he was protecting families, but today she feels betrayed. Her only son, Pedro Gonzalez Capaz, has been detained by ICE for 4 months, not 2 months. He's been in there for 4 months and is facing a deportation order to Cuba after living in the United States for 2 decades. Very betrayed, because I didn't think he would do this to me, not to me, nor to many people. She said tearfully to Telemundo. She thought that she was special. She really did. Just a reminder, these were the signs being held at the rallies, mass deportation now. He said he was going after the criminals first. And if he says something was first, that means that something else is coming second, third, and fourth. And now the Trump administration is saying simply being here is enough to be considered a criminal. It doesn't matter if you're not a murderer or a rapist or any of that. If you're here without your papers, then you are a criminal. But the craziest thing is we know that they are snatching papers, they are denaturalizing people, and they're basically not letting people finish up the process. So they are doing sneaky things, but this is what this woman voted for. And then just randomly, I'm just putting this woman's face just because I should. This person named Strange Cat is talking about this quote, "I didn't think he would do this to me," saying that's the weird thing about these Trump supporters. They think they have a personal relationship with Trump. Do they honestly think Trump is watching over them like a god that they pray to at night? What's it all about? Yes, they are very strange like that. They are some weirdos. They wear his name on a hat or a shirt. They are some weirdos. And like even Fox says, cult of personality and narcissism. And this part was funny to me too. So this person named Penny 2 Times says, the reason I voted for Trump was cooperation with Elon, lower deficit, Epstein's files. And then says, oops, but I'm going to be honing in on the Epstein files part. He says he also screwed over NASA in the process of the Elon breakup. Trump, bro, you're still better than Kamala, but it's getting closer. Now, these people are really freaking out about the fact that there's no Epstein list. It was just like, we investigated, there's nothing there. Magically, poof, it's gone. This was the funniest thing. Alex Jones in his car making a video talking about he's gonna throw up, he's crying. It is the weirdest thing. This video is like 9 minutes long. I did not watch the video. I accidentally clicked it. I cannot stand the sound of this man's voice. But this says, conspiracy theorist Alex Jones broke down in tears in a video of himself reacting to a new Trump administration memo about Jeffrey Epstein. There's nothing there. We checked it out, y'all. Nothing there. This is part of the transcript of what he's saying. I think clearly this is what Elon Musk learned about a few months ago, and it looked like he aged about 10 years overnight, looked completely freaked out. And then I think the conscious had to come out and say what he said. I mean, even people like Cat Turd, who is just the quintessential, will not question anything in the Trump administration, is completely freaked out now. All right, it says, after speculating FBI Director Kash Patel and Deputy Director Dan Bongino are being tortured when they told the administration's line publicly, I think you see them losing their souls on live TV. Jones became emotional. Y'all got to hear some of this. This is hilarious. I just got to the office. I'm going to throw up, actually. And this only happens every few years when something really, really bad happens or something. I mean, I'm physically going to puke right now. My mouth is watering right now because I have integrity. Alex Jones is saying he has integrity, y'all. Okay. I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save this country. And they're doing so much good. And then for them to do something like this tears my guts out. And this is the funniest part to me right here. You know, the left, they're all complicit. They're openly promoting PDF files. We know they're pure evil, and they'll think it's all funny. Oh, look, Alex is sad. MAGA's tearing himself apart. Your globalist masters literally want you to eat bugs and live in a 5G, 200 square foot coffin apartment. You look at the left, look at them all posing with their Pfizer shots, looking like dead zombies. I mean, come on, you guys are sick. And so you shouldn't look at those of us that have a soul still and have integrity. Okay, he's blaming the left. This Department of Justice is Trump's. This is Pam Bondi. She says, we looked at the files. There is nothing there. But he is blaming this on the left. That is hilarious to me. He's talking about he has integrity, but he got sued and lost like a gajillion dollars because he's a liar and he's stuck with his lies and he was not going to move off of those lies. That's who these people are. Well, at least who this man is. He just looks so sad right here. But like I said, I cannot stand the sound of his voice. So I'm going to keep it moving. More conservatives hand-wringing. Pinot Grigio says, I can deal with Trump's flaws because at the end of the day, he's infinitely better than Kamala. But not this one. This is straight up BS. Bongino, Patel, Vance, and Trump all stated that there was a list and they would release it. That the official story stunk and that they would uncover the truth. Now it's like, nope, nothing to see here. Nope, not acceptable. You work for us, release everything. Yeah, they're covering it up. And then Black Science Man Tyson says, they're really stupid or really incompetent. Pam especially should be fired. So fire Pam Bondi, even though she is working on behalf of Trump. She's the one covering for Trump. These people are silly and still want to blame somebody else other than Trump like he's not on that list. I'm going to continue to talk about this Texas flood because this is literally the incompetence of a government that should not be running a turnkey lemonade stand. The death toll is already over 100 people, and there's more than 160 people missing. I'm going to come back to do a snippet of this article, but how did they even get to this point? I grabbed this post from the Leopards Ate My Face. So this person, whose name I can't pronounce, posted some of the minutes from Kerrville. Kerrville residents did not want federal money to upgrade their flood sirens. So look at what this person wrote, and he or she gave us some screenshots, gave us the link and everything for the minutes from this meeting. It says, Kerrville residents and commissioners did not want to upgrade their flood sirens for many reasons, but one of them was not wanting to spend federal funds. However, they didn't want to send the money back because blue states might have gotten it. These sirens could have saved lives. Now 100 people are dead in this flash flood. Gives us the article, the minutes, but when I click the minutes, it comes up wonky on my phone. Y'all don't know, but I do almost all of my work on my phone. This person gives us the testimony of 3 different people at this particular meeting. This person 1 says, and I'm here to ask this court today to send this money back to the Biden administration, which I consider to be the most criminal, treasonous, communist government ever to hold the White House. And Kerr County should not be accepting anything from these people. They're currently facilitating an invasion of our border, and we're going to support these people. So that's what I have to say. Thank you. Person 2. I happen to know there is no such thing as free money. It's never government funded. It's taxpayer funded. So they're taking our money, they're putting strings attached to it, and then they're giving it back to us. And they're going to get their foot in the door in this county. We don't want their money. I feel like the people have spoken, and I stand with the people. Thank you for your time. And then finally, the 3rd person says, like some of the others, I moved here from Colorado, not California, but Colorado, but for the exact same reason. I watched my state deteriorate, and it continues to give in to the federal authority over all kinds of aspects of our lives. We moved here and we thank God for Texas, and I like to see it stay that way. I had never been involved in local politics until I came here, but when we left Colorado, I said, I will get involved locally. I will not watch it happen in another state without my having some input and saying, stop. This is where we draw the line. This is where we hold the line. And I think all of you gentlemen here want that too. And I'm asking you to reconsider your decision and send back the money. Keep Kerr County free. Thank you. So all of these people said no to the warning systems, the warning signals that would have helped that day. Why are you in a floodplain and you rejecting money for a warning system? So, part of the situation was the fact that, yes, there were people talking about flash floodings, but if you're in an area that doesn't have internet signal or there are no sirens or anything, all of this coalesced to this terrible tragedy. I don't know the exact timing of that meeting, but it was obviously during the Biden administration and played a part into what is going on currently. And I literally wonder how those people are feeling right now. I know that they are going to be blaming somebody. They're going to somehow blame Biden. They're going to somehow blame Democrats or something. The whole weather manipulation or whatnot. It's so crazy how they will point the fingers, but they will not take responsibility for what they have unleashed. And it was torrential. It was torrential what they have unleashed on themselves. And now so many people are dead because of it. So this is the most updated numbers. Rescue and recovery efforts trudged on for a 5th day after devastating flooding on July 4th in central Texas sent the water of the Guadalupe River surging nearby campgrounds and low-lying homes and cars. On Tuesday afternoon, Texas Governor Greg Abbott said the death toll from the flooding now stands at 109 people, and there are 161 people known to be missing in the Kerr County area. He held a press conference following a flyover of the affected areas. Know this, we will not stop until every missing person is accounted for. He said. Abbott noted that there may still be more people reported missing. Local, state, and federal emergency responders are combing through fallen trees and other debris that littered the hard-hit Texas Hill country communities, all with the desperate hope of finding survivors. But that possibility seemed like a long shot. Jonathan Lamb of the Kerrville Police Department told reporters Tuesday morning that he believes that the last live rescue took place Friday. Responders are dealing with extremely difficult terrain due to massive piles of debris, according to Lieutenant Colonel Ben Baker from the Texas Game Wardens, who spoke alongside Kerr County officials. I wonder if this is going to make the Trump administration rethink how they do FEMA and preventative measures and government and all of this stuff. I highly doubt it, but, maybe they really should. And maybe people that are in flood zones, tornado alley, on the path of hurricanes, maybe they should rethink who they are voting for and why they are voting for them, because there's going to be a lot of loss of life, considering we are just now in hurricane season and it's not yet over.
And we're in the process of trying to put a timeline. That's going to take a little bit of time. As I've told you several times, that is not my priority this time. There's three priorities. That's locating the people out there, identifying and notifying the next of kin. That is what I'm taking as my job as sheriff here to do. Okay.
With all due respect, sir, I think that the community here is asking these questions. What happened? When did it happen? Was the emergency manager awake at the time? Did they push the button to issue an emergency alert?
Sir, it's not that easy when you just push a button, okay? There's a lot more to that. And we've told you several times.
Did it happen, sir?
I can't tell you at this time.
I want you to watch this clip. This woman is in Texas. She is begging for help. But I'm also, before you see this one, I want you to watch this video of her basically mocking people that are upset about alligator Alcatraz, because people are upset that there's a possibility that undocumented immigrants can die. So I'm going to play that. That is going to be kind of hard to listen to because she's hollering over someone else's talking. So listen to it and listen to it carefully, and then you're going to see this video. And then after that, I'm going to play a video where she's more subdued, where she's clutching her pearls because people have no sympathy for folks like her. I went to her page and I got another video from her where she is calm, she's at home, but now she's like, I can't believe that you guys are politicizing things, where she's politicizing and laughing about alligator Alcatraz.
And what you gonna do, baby? I'm gonna tell you FA and FO, okay? So you have the day you deserve.
So you see how that lady is composing herself when others are gonna be losing things. Very inhumane, very unmindful, not very demure. But let's see how her energy is when something finally affects her.
This is crazy. I know we're not Kirk County. I know we're not Kerrville. I know we're not San Angelo or San Antonio. But hell, we're human beings. Help us. Give us what we need. We are a older community. A lot of our people don't have insurance. They don't have money. Kind of a forgotten community for Travis County. We're unincorporated. We are their unwanted stepchildren out here, unfortunately.
As stated before, I never want anything to happen to kids or children, but to people like her that have the nastiest shit to say when it's anyone else, but wants the most sympathy and wants help for themselves when it finally hits and affects them, nah, fuck that, bro. You need to keep that same energy. You were laughing at people wanting to buy alligator Alcatraz shirts, so it's cool and funny when it's someone else. But when shit hits the fan with you, you want sympathy, you want help. Where is everybody? No one cares about us. Now you know how it feels to be a fucking minority, eh?
I have to say I am saddened by the amount of nasty and political comments about these posts about my area. I posted a lot of videos from here. There'll be more tomorrow. We do have water and we do have food now and we do have clothes. We do have the sheriff's department out here and we do have a lot of fire resources out here now. Now it's search and rescue, cleanup, chainsaws, mosquito repellent, hand sanitizers, gloves. That's what we need now. As a community, we've done what we needed to do again. But these are the things that we still need help with. But again, I say to you, if you're on the other side of all of this and you don't care about these families, please leave your comments to yourself. Thank you.